Hi there, and welcome to the Friday lesson that we've got today. Earlier in the week, you have probably talked about prefixes, and there's the word prefixes for you. And a prefix is a word part that changes the meaning of words. And notice I did say word part. It's not a word, but it's part of a word. Two of the ones that you've already discussed are un for not, re for again. So let's look at some of the ones that were already in your packet. First word was lock. And if we use the word un, so now we have what? Unlock, which means not locked. That's what we mean by if you know what a prefix means, you can understand what words are. Here's the other one, re-lock. Re means again, so if you relock it, that means you're going to lock it again. Next word is tie. So if we put untie, that means it's not tied. If we put retie, whoops, that means it's tied again. Also fold. So if we unfold, that means it's not folded. And if we refold, that means we fold it again. Now, those were the ones that you had earlier in the week, so I'm going to go on to the ones for today. These are the ones that we're doing for today. You've got the word over, and it means too much. Pre means before. Miss means incorrect. So let's see if we can figure out which ones of these we would put in the line to make a new word. Let's see if you can read this with me. Go ahead and say it with me. Set an alarm clock so you do not sleep. Would it be over, pre, or miss? If you said over, you are correct. Let's try the next one. Before the real test, we will have a test. Would we use over, pre, or miss? If you said pre, you are correct. A pretest. That means we're going to have a test before the real test. Oversleep. That means we would have too much sleep if we do not get up when the alarm clock goes off. Here's your last one. And here we go. Be careful not to spell any words. Would it be over, pre, or miss? That's right. You got that one. Misspell. And misspell, of course, means it's incorrectly spelled because miss means incorrect. So our first lesson was on prefixes. And remember, a prefix is a word part that changes the meaning of words. For our second part today, we're going to be looking or hearing a book, actually. And I want to go over some words that are going to be necessary for the book. So, here are two of them. Oh, come on, there we go. We've got feet, mouth. That book's about feet and mouth. Okay. How about this one? Tail and eyes. Okay. And here's the last one. I want to close this up and see if that'll help on the shininess for you. Last one is nose and ears. So that's what we are going to be hearing a book about today. So here we go. So You also will be having some other words that are in the book. And I just want to go over them with you. And one of the first one is does. Let's see that one in a sentence. She does a nice job coloring. So that's one of the words we're going to have in our books. So listen for that word, see if you hear it. Next one is there. The pigs like to eat their corn. So does the corn belong to the pigs? Yes, it does. So here's another one. See if you can hear the word use. Here's an example. Be sure to use soap on your hands. And I'm sure you've heard that a lot right now. So here we go. And finally, these. Are these the right books? So these are some words. Oh, I just used the word. These right there. Are these some of the words that are going to be in our story? Yes, they are. So let me move the computer so that we can see the book better. So hold on just a minute, because I'm also going to be talking about landforms and habitats, because that was another thing that you talked about this week, is habitats. So here we go. Habitats. Whoopsie. Oh, everything's just falling down today. Let's see if these will stay up here for me. Oh, gosh. I think it may now. Okay. And there are some geography terms. Now think about when we hear some of the animals in our story today, think about where you might find them in this chart. Okay, so here is our story. The title is, What Do You Do with a Tail Like This? See, that's one of our words we have up there, tail. So let's find out what you would do with a tail like this. And remember, that's our title page. What do you do with a tail like this? By Steve Jenkins and Robin Page. You know what animal that is? Skunk. Oh, wow, look at that. Animals use their nose, ears, tails, eyes, mouths, and feet in very different ways. See if you can guess which animal part each belongs to and how it is used. At the back of the book, you can find out more about these animals. What kind of animal does that look like? Looks like a fish to me. Let's find out. What do you do with a nose like this? There's a nose, there's one, there's one, there's one, and there's one. I bet right now you can probably tell some of the animals that these noses belong to. So let's find out. There's that one right there. If you're a platypus, you use your nose to dig in the mud. So that big round one is a platypus. Ah, I know you saw that one and knew what that was. If you're a hyena, you find your next meal with your nose. Everybody knew that one. That's the elephant, isn't it? If you're an elephant, you use your nose to give yourself a bath. Now, this is one you may not have realized. That is a mole. It's an animal you find underground, and they don't have very good eyesight. So it says, if you're a mole, you use your nose to find your way underground. Finally, I know you know what that is. That's an alligator. If you're an alligator, you breathe through your nose while hiding in the water. Okay. What do you use ears like these? Or what do you do with ears like these? Sorry. Well, I can tell that's an ear, and that's an ear. That's an ear. That doesn't look like an ear to me. It looks like a leg. And that we can tell is some big fish, but I don't know about where their ears are. Let's find out. If you're a jackrabbit, you use your ears to keep cool. So they use their big ears to help them keep cool. If you're a bat, you see with your ears. And there's their little tiny ears right there. Remember, they send out sound and it comes back and they can hear it. There's a hippopotamus. Well, if you're a hippopotamus, you close your ears when you're underwater. So they can close their ears up. That's where those legs were. Did you know if you're a cricket, you hear with ears that are on your knees? Boy, that's a funny place for ears. And finally, if you're a humpback whale, you hear sounds hundreds of miles away. Wow. What do you do with tails like these? And this is one tail. That's another tail. And there's another one and another one and another one. I bet right now you can look at those tails and you know probably what some of them are. Let's find out. Ah, you knew that. You know that's a giraffe. If you're a giraffe, you brush off pesky flies with the tail. You know this one. There's that skunk. And I'm going to turn it so you can see it. If you're a skunk, you lift your tail to warn that a stinky spray is on the way. This tail goes all the way down here. We know that's a lizard. Did you know that if you're a lizard, you break off your tail to get away? So if somebody's trying to grab him, his tail will just pop off and he'll be able to run away. Oh, you don't want to get near one of those. That's called a scorpion. If you're a scorpion, your tail can give a nasty sting. Yes, it does. So don't get near one of those. And there's our cute little monkey, and I bet you were able to tell that was a monkey's tail. If you're a monkey, you hang from a tree by your tail. What do you do with eyes like these? And I bet you already can tell what that one is. And that one. That one. Not sure about that one. And that one right there. So these might be some animals you know and some you don't. So here we go. If you're an eagle, you'll spot tiny animals flying high in the air. If you're a chameleon, right like that, you have two. If you're a chameleon, you look two ways at once. They can look behind them and they can look forward. Their eyes are separate. And there's called a horned toad. If you're a four-eyed, I'm sorry, down here, guys, sorry. If you're a four-eyed fish, you can look above and below the water at the same time. There's my horned toad, sorry. If you're a horned lizard, you squirt blood out of your eyes. That's blood coming out. And there's that cute one right there. If you're a bush baby, you use your large eyes to see clearly at night. What do you do with feet like these? That looks like a bug, doesn't it? I think you probably know what this one is. A bluefoot? Might know that one. And, let's find out. Oh, there you go. If you're a chimpanzee, your you feed yourself with your feet. Sorry, guys. If you're a water strider, you walk on water. That's what those skinny legs were. They can walk on water. Can you walk on water? I can't. Now, if you're a blue-footed booby, you do a dance, and that's a kind of bird that has those blue feet. Over here, if you're a gecko, you use your sticky feet to walk on the ceiling. They could walk up there. And finally, if you're a mountain goat, you leap from ledge to ledge. What do you do with a mouth like this? Well, I think you probably know what that one is. And that's a funny looking mouth. We know what that one is. That's a fish. Don't know what that one is. And that's some sort of bird, I think. Let's find out. Here you go. If you're a pelican, you use your mouth as a net to scoop up fish. If you're a mosquito, that's what that skinny one was, you use your mouth to suck blood. Ew. Look at the snake there. What's he got in his mouth? An egg. If you're an egg-eating snake, you use your mouth to swallow eggs larger than your head. And this is called an anteater. If you're an anteater, you capture insects or termites with your long tongue. There's his long tongue, and it's sticky. So that's how he captures the termites or ants or whatever he's eating. Finally, this is interesting. If you're an archer fish, you catch insects by shooting them down with a stream of water. And then what's really neat is at the back of this book, if you are able to get it somewhere from the Limitless Library or from any library, it tells you all about the different animals. So here you go. What do you do with a tail like this? And I hope you were thinking about the habitats or where you would find these different animals all over the world. Well, I hope you have a good evening, and we will see you next week. Bye.